Hey, Chris Cavalier here. Welcome back to Hard West. We are playing on hard difficulty. Let's go on to our next scenario. We're going to go ahead and go with the method in madness with this crazy bastard, Solomon DeLear. So let's get this set up here. We want to make sure we're doing hard mode. We're doing combat injuries. We're doing Ironman. Let's go.
Back in the days when the West was wild, anarchy ruled, and madness spread across the land. A genius inventor by the name of Cliff worked on a cure for this madness, but didn't manage to complete his undertaking. The word of his demise reached his not-so-friendly rival, Solomon DeLear. Much to his surprise, Cliff's will stated that DeLear could have his lab and all his equipment if he agreed to continue Cliff's work. But when Solomon arrived there, he found the place ransacked and overrun by gun-toting madmen.
Solomon DeLear was in no shape to fight the madmen in Cliff's laboratory. Thankfully, he was joined by a trio of mysterious Pinkerton agents. We're gonna need the help.
DeLear was nervous and thought about fleeing. Then, three massive Pinkertons appeared. Each introduced himself in turn, but all three had the same name, Mr. Persons. They explained that they had been hired to protect him, but declined to say by whom.
Very unusual. So we have three guys here. I believe they are going to be listed as A persons, B persons, and C persons. So very interesting. And we got Solomon DeLear. See, we got a 6-shooter Western rifle. Only 6 hit points. Let's see here. A persons has a Navy gun and a Derringer. Let's see, B persons has a sniper rifle with a scope. Thank you. And he also has a Derringer. And then C persons has a triple shotgun, you know, standard issue for those times. And he also has a Derringer as well. Okay, let's take a look to see what we can see. So we have this guy here hiding. We have those three out front. So we are in a setup stage, so we can actually go walk around a little bit. So we need to kill all the madmen. So we want to get into a position where we have a good defensive setup. Out here is not going to be it. I'm thinking if we have someone start in here to take out this guy. You know, those guys actually have some decent cover. We really don't have anybody with barrage. Let's see. A persons has ricochet. That's good to know. B persons with the scope has the golden bullet, which is fantastic. And C persons, you know, we may take a risk with him. Let's see. Are these all essential people? The only essential is Solomon DeLear, so we're going to want to place Solomon, place him in a spot that is relatively safe. Let's see here. So I think we'll just start moving everybody. Okay, you have the scope. So we're going to have you just start moving over this direction. He also has a lot of heat. You have a lot of heat. You might have to stay out here. And keep an eye on these guys. You know, we could put you into a position where you go ahead. Flip this up in your first shots and see if you can take out all of them. That could be interesting. Let's go ahead and flip that. We'll see what kind of shot you have next turn. Let's see, Solomon DeLear. I think we're going to go ahead and move A persons first. Let's see, where would be a good spot for him to go? You know, we could set him as a backup to try clearing up these guys. Might be a good idea. Well, that's right, and he does have the ability to ricochet. See, there's some ricochet items in here. Oh, there's some in there, it looks like. One back there. So lots of possibilities for him, which should be fun. But I am thinking, let's see, this one doesn't really allow, they would actually have to move back. They'd have to be in an interesting spot to make use of that. I think we're just going to have him stay out here or possibly go into here. Anyways, we'll get moving. Solomon, DeLear, I'm going to have you go over this direction. Let's see here, Solomon, we're going to have you go closer to last. Start go checking out over there. Okay, that's good that we didn't catch his attention. Let's see here. So there is a guy right inside this door here. That is somewhat annoying. We might have... Let's see, if we go in there, we're going to be suspicious right away. There's at least 2 guys in here. We might have to set up in a position where, say, we are here, and then use our golden bullet on this guy right away just to clear him out. Could try to sneak by him, but I don't know if that is really worthwhile. We could also focus over here and try to defend a room or a building from everybody else. Tough choice. I wonder if we have a straight shot on that guy. So if we got over to this window, that might be the way to go. Let's see, if he used his shotgun, it's going to do a 4 damage. Has a chance to hit all of them, but it will definitely not kill all of them. That could be a risky maneuver. Could be very risky. So let's get these guys moving into this room at least. I think we're going to leave you there for now. Could be a big mistake. But it'll be fun anyways. We'll have fun. We'll die trying, basically. So let's see, if we went here, that might be a good spot to hang out. Yeah, because then we'd have a good shot on them. Here would also be another good spot. They're probably not going to be able to move up here to get a good shot there. So if I would kind of want him, well, I guess he doesn't need to really be ready to do shooting there. So let's have him go ahead and stand right in here. So he has a good shot on him. Let's see here. I bet this is going to be an issue. See what we can see. Okay, Solomon, I'm going to have you go in here and kind of just look around. So I think we are going to sit tight there. Solomon, what do you see back here? So it looks like we got 2 guys in there at least. Let's see, he could actually subdue him, or we can just sit tight. I think I'm going to sit tight. So you, who do you see? You see that guy. Interesting. What kind of shot do you have on him? So you could take him out with your scope, so we won't have to use a golden bullet right away. And that might be a way to go. So you're still going to have a shot on him. We still don't have sight on that guy. A little disappointed with that. So what we might do is have Solomon, say, stand over here. And we're going to try clearing out these guys as much as possible. Take him out, and then take out a guy over here. Or I guess we could also have our scope here and make sure we clear out all of them. And then he can move and have some full cover here. I think that is probably going to be our plan. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end our turn here. Okay, Solomon, we need to get you back into position. That will be most befitting of our strategy. Okay, so we like you there. We might... Thinking we just have him stand over here and make sure we can clear everybody out. He can use this golden bullet right away if we clear everybody out, so that would work. What do we got here? Cocoa leaves, what do they do? Greatly improves movement. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. What do you have? Mandrake root would improve your luck, which would be nice for the ricochet, but I don't think we need to worry about that yet. Go ahead, end our turn. We're going to put Solomon into position. I think we're going to have him here so that way he can move back towards this direction as soon as possible. Okay, we're going to end our turn here. Let's see, what do you have? You have tobacco, improves your aim. I think that is probably a good thing to go ahead and take right away. So next turn here, we are going to go straight into combat. Let's make sure we... Nope, it did not end our turn. Okay, now we're ready to go. We are ready. See, we're going to go ahead and use our shotgun and try to clear these guys out as much as possible. So hope for the best. Come on, see persons. Okay, so his shot was very ineffective. Really ineffective, I'd have to say. So we definitely need to take out this guy. We don't have much choice. Let's see here. Yeah, we need to use... Oh wait, our Derringer, I think we can actually use 2 shots. Nope, I don't think this one has 2 shots. Let's double check on that. 8 persons. Yep, 2 shots with the deadly Derringer. So I think we're going to go ahead and use that. Just because we can, so we have 2 shots with it. There's 1. And here is number 2. Okay, so now our Derringer is out of bullets. So let's see here. We need you to take some of these guys down. Let's see here. 59, that's not very good. You know, we might actually have to move you into a better spot. Where could you go? Well, you could go back here against this tree. Potentially someone may shoot us there. We could go here. It'd only be half cover. But it probably would be relatively safe. Well, maybe not. I think we're going to have to take a not-so-great shot from here. So we're going to do 56 or 59. Let's go with the 59%. You know, I almost might want to do our fanning ability just to make sure we hit. So 3 chances at 39%. Let's make it happen. Very nice. I like it. Okay, so now you have a couple choices. Oh, you could shoot that guy there. But we need to take out... Take him out. We got him selected. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and use our custom scope here. We are not going to do anything special with a shot. Okay, we took him out. So now it is their turn. What are you going to do? Okay, so he took a shot. See, who is it? That must be C persons. I think B persons has a sniper rifle. Oh, yep, this is bad. Oh, he missed. Very nice. We'll take it. Okay. So it looks like those guys in here did not move. So if they're not going to move, we're not going to bug them. We're not going to, you know, force them into any type of action. So what we need to do first is we need to start clearing out this guy that is here. Let's see here. B persons, you have a Derringer. That guy has 4 hit points. That kind of puts us in a slight predicament. Let's see here. We would need you to reload. So that takes up part of his turn. And I think we're going to have to go ahead and use our golden bullet. It's not exactly what I want to use to start here, but I think we need to do that to get this guy away from getting cheap shots on us with flanking. So we'll take that. Let's see here. You have the triple shotgun, and we could move you, say, here, and someone would really have to have the right angle to get a good shot on you. I think that is probably a good way to go. Can definitely take out that guy, probably use our Derringer. And we were able to kind of sneak up on him because we didn't have sight of each other. So let's go ahead and do that. Hello! Yeah, you're going down, buddy. Okay, so now this frees up these guys, Solomon, to go check out this room over here. So he does not have a movement to really get into play here with something that we could use right away. I could have him move up. Let's see here. If I did that, you know, I could. Let's see here. What can he do with his... Oh, I see a shot that I can take. Let's see here. He does not have... Oh, wait. We got the wrong guy. We got the wrong guy. Okay, so what we want to do... Where can we move that's going to work for this? You know, I think what we're going to do is just move back over here. Shoot through there. We'll start clearing out this direction. Let's do it. Okay, so he does have the ricochet ability, so what we're going to try... Well, then he does not have a view on that. That is unfortunate. Let's see, can you really do anything that is going to help us a lot? I think all we can really do is move up. So he doesn't have a shot, but we really need to reload. So let's do that. Let's see here. A persons, you do not have a shot with a ricochet, I don't think. Yeah, that is not an option. Nothing there. What about way over here? Probably not. So what we are going to do with you, I think, is actually move you into a better position, or we can move up, say, next turn. Thinking probably right here is good. Okay, so they're going to reposition. At least one of them is. So he shoots and misses. Very good. A persons is very happy about that. Okay, so now it is back to our turn. So now we got to figure out where guys are in here and see what we can do to take advantage of it. So we could just reload right away, and maybe we have... I guess we don't really see anybody. Could run up here. It's an option. We could go in here and look. Let's go take a look over here. So we don't see anything, so we're going to go ahead and reload. Just fine. Let's see here. What can you do? So that guy is hiding there. We could actually make a move, take a shot at him. Probably endanger ourselves. We could move over here. If we actually tucked right here, we'd probably be safe from any other angle. Let's do that. So he only sees one guy, and that is him. Let's see, we can do 3 damage, or we can try doing 5 damage here with our triple barrel shotgun. Let's make it happen, Big C. Oh, you missed. That could leave us in a bad position, potentially. So see, that guy moved out. We don't really have a way to get at him with a good angle. So then the question is, do we want to try doing something crazy here? The other thing that we could do is try shooting in here and fanning. Yeah, that's not a very good odds. I think we got too much distance. Let's see, do we want to move you up? I don't think we really have much choice but to do that. Let's try it. I think we can go ahead and take a shot here. It's not going to be a great shot, but it'll start to wear him down a little bit. We'll bring... Who's this? A persons. We'll bring in the big A here. Okay, so we actually have 2 shots. Kind of interesting. But we're going to focus on this guy. So we used our Derringer. So let's go ahead and use our Navy gun here. Take a shot on him. See if we can't wear him down a little bit. Okay, we missed him. But we depleted his luck. So he misses us. That guy's continuing to move back. Man, he's really getting into a good defensive position. So see, I could actually move up. No, that's probably not going to work real well. Is there any way that I can get by him? I really can't. Really can't make that happen. And fanning is going to be pretty much a bad move. Let's see what happens if you do fanning. 3 chances at 24%. Let's try it. Okay, so we did hit him once at least. I know we're kind of in a tough spot here trying to root this guy out, but I think we just got to keep on going at him. Let's see here. You do not have a shot. Probably need to get you into a better position. Still no shot from there. Let's see here. So that guy moved completely out of your range. You could move up, but you could also leave yourself quite susceptible. You know, we could move in and then move out if we have to. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. So I only see him. So let's go ahead and try it. Let's try it. Okay, so this will be our last shot with our triple barrel shotgun. But it will hit. Nice shot. Big B. Okay, now we got C here we need to do something with. I think we can start moving him. Moving him in probably. He's not going to be flanked from here. Still have cover. Okay, so you're reloading. Probably going to get a shot on somebody. Going to deplete some luck, and we are back to it here. Okay, what are we at? So you're running out of ammo. You know, it might be worth just reloading. Let's see here. Hey, you are out of everything. So let's go ahead and reload. What's that put us? Okay, let's reload again. Okay, so Solomon, what are you going to do, buddy? What are you going to do? I think you just try to keep on taking shots at this guy. There we go. Nice shot. Got him down to 1. Now you, I kind of need to figure out where these other guys are. So we do have the golden bullet option, which we could take out this guy way back here. I don't know if I'm able to select him. We might have to hold off on that. We could go over here. Let's take a peek in this window. Okay, so we do see this guy standing there. 79%. What about a scope shot? Nope. Not enough action. So 79%. If we stay there, we could potentially leave ourselves open to being flanked by him. You know, I don't know if I want to risk that, really. What about our Derringer? Oh, we could do that. I don't think we can use... Yeah, I guess we can. Let's use our golden arrow, actually. Our golden bullet, sorry. There we go. That way we're going to guarantee a hit. So that works out good. Okay, so now we need you to move in on this guy out here. But we need to also be safe about it. Let's see, that's not going to really get us a good angle. What do we want to do? Well, I guess... No, that doesn't give us half cover at all. I think we might just want to stay here. I don't really... Yeah, the guy is right there. So if we move anywhere in here, he's probably going to come in and flank us and have a really good shot on us. You know, we do need to reload our triple barrel shotgun. Okay, that only reloaded 2 barrels, so let's go ahead and finish that off. That should end our turn. Okay, he's going to take a shot at us. 8 persons. I think we need you to try to clear this guy out if you can. Let's see here. You need 1 shot on this guy. We could do our fan ability. We have a 24% chance, 3 chances at it. Let's go for it. Oh, there you go. You dropped him. Nice job. Okay, now what can he do? Is there anybody else in here is the big question. There probably is. But I need to get into a spot where I'm not going to take shots from people. Let's go ahead and go in here, check it out. Don't see anybody, that's good. We probably could move up to here. Up here might even be better. You know, back here is probably good as well. Too bad we can't tuck back here. Or we could try just moving forward as much as possible. Say, let's go here. There's probably going to be a guys back in that area. Let's see here. Solomon, you can start moving forward. Can't go too far, it looks like. But we can move up to here. And we could reload you. Okay, C persons, I'm not ready to work on you yet. Well, I guess you're the only option, so we're going to have to. So I kind of want to clear this guy out. I'm getting kind of worried about him going to pop out. Let's see, right here might be a good idea. Maybe up here. So we're moving in. Oh, there's somebody in there. So now I know we're in a bad spot here. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? I think we're going to go... You know, next turn he could actually move up and get a shot on him, but then I'm worried about this guy. So we might have to work our way back around this way. So let's start doing that. This on our next turn here it is. Okay, so now I need you to start moving forward. Do you have any weapons that are loaded? You do. I don't think you can do 2 shots after you move, though. So let's have you reload. And then we will move you, but we're only going to move you a little bit. Okay, so I don't think he ended up revealing anybody. So we're good there. Okay, Solomon, we need you to start moving in. Let's see, right there would probably be a pretty safe spot. Next turn you'd have the ability to move up. Oh, you do have a shot on that guy. Interesting. Question is it going to be worthwhile taking that shot? Guess we can. It's not a very good shot. And let's see here. We could get you into the action. A persons. Maybe we'll just have you move up here, do a reload. I think that'll work out well. Okay. And you, let's see here. You could start moving over this direction, and we could have you go out at that room in 2. Let's see. I want to keep out of sight of people. Wow. Let's see here. So I can move here, and then maybe move up closer. I haven't really had sight back there. Okay, so it looks like we're pretty safe there. We could move up. No, that's not going to be a good spot. Let's see here. Where's a good spot? Like way up here. Actually, I think we're going to have you sit tight. Okay, you could do a reload on your Derringer. Okay, so Solomon is shot at and missed. No one else is moving. We're going to go try to see if this room needs to be cleared. Okay, so you move up. You can open this door. So I see nothing. I'm kind of surprised by that. So let's have you move up. Can you actually move into the room and get a good look? You can. You can do that. So once we do this, we're going to want to make sure we take everybody out. Otherwise it could be bad. So maybe we don't want to reveal everything, so let's move up to here. Open the door. So there's nothing going on from what you can see in there, but it doesn't mean there's not somebody in there still. Okay, so that guy is back there. This guy's still hiding there. Could actually move up, take him out, but we still have this guy. So then the question is, can we use our golden bullet? Which we can't. We're out of luck. Let's see here. Where could you move that would be a good deal? Could really actually have you start circling around. That might not be a bad move. Let's see, there's a window way over here. But if he moved to, say, here, I think we're safe. Let's do it. Make it happen. And then A person's is going to take your place. He does have a shot. He could take this shot, and the next turn he could go ahead and try... Ooh, I just thought of a good idea that we could try. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You don't have a shot at that. Not good. He doesn't have a shot at any of these. Okay. Okay, here. Let's go ahead and just... We want to reload or we want to take a shot at him? You can take a shot at him. Oh, we hit him. Gotta like that. Okay, so we're gonna end our turn here, see what they do. Ooh, 8 persons. First guy to get hit here in our combat. Okay, so we're gonna work these guys over to make sure we can move up on that other guy. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and move up. Nobody in here, but there is somebody in there. So now, using... Well, I guess we don't have our luck, so we can't do that. Have to forget about that action. That does not cover. Could move all the way up. Probably not our best move. So we're going to move part way. Let's make sure we're all loaded. He is all loaded but does not have a shot. You don't have a shot. Let's see where you are for loads. Okay, you are good. Now you... Let's see, that guy is there, so he could move up there and actually shoot us in the back. So us moving into too aggressive of a position here is probably not going to work for us until he is cleared out. So what we're going to do is probably pull back. See, he won't see us from here, I don't think, no matter what we do. So we'll do that. Let's see here. Do we need to reload with him? So we could reload there. Okay, so 8 persons. You do have the opportunity where you can try taking out this guy, which would help us immensely, but not very good odds. Let's go ahead and try it anyways. Okay, so 3 misses, which would drain that guy's luck. Go ahead and end our turn. See, he's going to reload. Okay, take another shot at 8 persons. One guy's just happy sitting out there. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and try to clear out here and then try to finish this map if we can. So see, C persons can go in here and make a move. Let's see, where is going to be our best spot to move to. And I'm worried that there's another guy in here which could cause us problems. So we could actually move to there and take a shot at him. And now that I see this guy actually is going to have full cover from that direction. So our best move might be to move, say, here. And we could flank him if we move there. So let's do that. So it looks like he's the only guy in here. 72%. Well, I think we have to take this shot. Could be risky. Oh, okay, nice shot. Beautiful. Okay, now we can start moving up and making things happen. Let's see, do I want to move all the way up there right away? I could move here. Let's see, is that going to get us into our spot? Yep, so next turn we can move up more. Like it. Let's see, you are not regaining any luck. I wonder if I could have you move in closer. You could actually move out here and help with this. That could be a good move. Or you could go through here. Not really much for sight angles through there. So I think we're going to have you just go ahead and run way out here. Let's go there. So there are 3 remaining guys, so there's one guy that is unaccounted for, which is causing us a bit of consternation. So we'll go ahead and reload. I think we're going to go ahead and reload again. So we have 4 rounds now in our 6-shooter. We're going to end our turn, see what happens. Kind of curious where this third guy is. Okay, so A persons took a shot. You know, it makes me wonder if there is a guy that is hiding back over here. I don't know, I'm thinking not. What can we do to check? We could go sneaking back here and look. What do we find? We find nothing. Which means we could go ahead and move up to this window here. Oh, and there the guy is. There he is. So we need to get somebody in a position to try taking him out. Maybe move to here. Is that going to be our best spot? Yeah, that's probably our best spot. Do you see him? You do not see him, and you do not have the luck for a golden bullet. So, Solomon, that leaves you. And that means you are going to be able to need to do however much damage this guy can dish out, which could be interesting, and it may not be something that you can make happen. Okay, so 4 is not too bad. Let's see what kind of shot we got here. So we can shoot him with either weapon. Let's go ahead and use our Western rifle, just because it has lots of ammo. Okay, nice shot. Shot the, looks like you shot a lady. I don't know if you should feel proud about that or not. So this guy here, we could go back and try to do our fanning. Okay, so that wears him down a little bit. Not that it really is all that helpful. Let's see here. You could actually go here, and maybe you'll have a shot at that other guy. You could move up here, or we could start running you back. Except for you can't run into a position that's that great defensively. Guess here's an option. Well, yeah, let's do that. You're not going to have a shot from back there, especially with your triple barrel shotgun. So he's still shooting at A persons. The other guy's still hiding out there. Not very effective. Okay, come on. Let's get the right guy selected. So that is not cover. This is cover. I think we can just move right in here. Step over the lady. 49. 59. Whoa! Excuse me. Okay, why do we not have a very good shot at him, I wonder? I am less than impressed with that chance. So what we could do is bring him in there and see what kind of shot he has, too. Let's take a look. So you're 79. 76 with the Derringer. Let's go ahead and take that 76. Okay, that works. Let's see, we need to have you basically run out here. Get you back in the action. So now we're basically closing in. It should not be long before we are able to finish this off. So I think I'm going to move here out of sight first. Okay, that was good. So you could actually move up and take a shot, but I think what we're going to do is reload you first. And then next turn, we'll go ahead and make our big move. So let's go ahead and reload again. This guy has to make a move, and he doesn't. Unbelievable. Okay, so we can step up here with Solomon. He definitely has a shot. Let's see, 59, 62 with our rifle. Let's take it. Okay, so he does 4. Puts him in a world of hurt. So 8 persons can now move up here as I'm choking on a frog. Okay, so you have a great shot, 100%. Let's do it.
The laboratory was finally cleared of lunatics. DeLear breathed a sigh of relief as he sat down to begin his research.
Alright, we did a good job. Made it through the mission. It was a bit challenging with all the guys kind of spread out all over the place. We wanted to make sure we weren't flanked and taking shots in our back. So Solomon, DeLear, and the persons set out to confront the plague of madness overtaking the land. Okay, so we start out here in the laboratory. DeLear, if you're reading this, it means I have succumbed to the madness. You have arrived here exactly as I planned. You may be asking yourself why the greatest inventor of our time would move to the hard lands of the West. It is a fair question. After being informed that the land was being ravaged by a plague of madness, I offered my help to a man known as the Protector. I believe that by using the modern, objective principles of science, I could devise a method to erase this madness. But as I come closer to a cure, I can feel my mind slipping away. I fear I may not be able to complete my work. The notes in this safe comprise everything I have learned thus far. For the sake of your fellow man, finish what I have started. Cure this madness. You are the only one left with the ingenuity required to accomplish this Herculean feat of intellect. It's always fun when they throw you a curveball with some big words. Okay, and sincerely, Trumercliff. Okay, so we are at the laboratory. A few days later, the laboratory was restored. Solomon could barely contain his excitement. It was his perfect place to work on a revolutionary new technology, and Trumercliff's blueprints would give him a helpful head start. Research and patents. Each patent requires a blueprint. Blueprints belong to one of three fields: chemistry, engineering, and gunsmithing. Each new patent unlocks additional development opportunities. Each patent enables you to order new items from the nearby workshop. Chemistry allows you to create different usable items for healing and improving performance. Engineering provides passive upgrades and throwable items that deteriorate enemy performance. Gunsmithery enables you to construct powerful weapons. Solomon chose to focus on, I think we're going to choose to focus on gunsmithing because you can get some wild and crazy weapons, and with the potential where we have guys with upwards of 9 hit points probably on hard difficulty, I think that's probably the way to go. The healing is great, but I think we can pick up enough healing that is going to be alright. So we're going to go with gunsmithing. Solomon had yet to research gunsmithing. He hoped his first breakthrough would yield patents for the Protector ring revolver and revolver rifle. The Protector was an easily concealed miniature revolver. The revolver rifle could be reloaded quickly. Okay, let's go ahead and use a blueprint. Solomon invented and patented the Protector ring revolver and the revolving rifle. So that is good. We are going to have our workshop become available. So now that we need to move, basically. Is there anything else available here? Nothing. We got nothing. Okay, so we need to go to the workshop and buy at least one item. Solomon entered the workshop. It was an utter mess. He spent the rest of the day restoring the tools to an operational state so he could begin building prototypes for new patents. The raw material stocks were empty, and the only way to restock them was through the Pony Express. That meant that each prototype would come at a cost. So Solomon here can order parts via the Pony Express so he can craft items. So let's see here. What do we want to do? Okay, so looks like here we have... Okay, there we go. So the Protector ring revolver, we can have 2 shots with it. Damage of 3, 0 heat, so it's good for sneaking around with. Does 3 damage, holds 6 shots, which is pretty decent. Let's see, the revolver rifle allows 2 shots per turn. It also does 3 damage and holds 6 rounds. You know, with the right... I want to call it a trinket, but it's probably a talisman. It's a talisman, right? Yeah, talisman. You know, we could bump it up to 4 damage. 2 shots around at 4 damage would be nice. That'd be the same with this, I guess. What kind of cash do we have here? So we have $100 in cash. We also have some items that we can't actually sell here, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to pick up this revolver rifle. We'll just go with one of them. Okay, we need to throw our cash in there. Confirm that, trade it.
Cliff's notes suggested the natives knew what caused the madness. The DeLear decided to pay them a visit and to try to find out what they knew.
So we had a bunch of places open up here. We had the Fate Trader, Gunsmith, Ruined Mansion, inhabited house. And let's see, we have the derailed train. We have a ghost town, and we have the Indian village. So let's go take a look around at all these other things first before we get crazy. Okay, so we got the Fate Trader here. Solomon encountered a toothless dwarf who seemed to have gone completely mad. The merchant kept asking him whether he wanted to buy scraps of fate. Despite his appearance, he had a few genuinely remarkable items for sale. Let's take a quick look. So weapon-wise, we got the Bone Hand Rifle. See, aim 15 does 6 damage, not bad. I think you all know that I really like the Judicator. It is a great weapon, aim of 10. It's going to do damage 4, very good. Repeater Rifle is also a great weapon. Shotgun Revolver, you know, not too bad. Protector Ring Revolver, which we have the patent on that, by the way. I don't know how you got that so fast. We have the One-Armed Bandit. It's a one-shot pistol. Basically, it's like an old flintlock. No, it's not a flintlock, but it only holds 1 round. There we got the flintlock. We got the Holy Musket, which, yeah, it's kind of nice. It holds 1 round, 10 damage, not bad. Aim of +5, and we know the Judge. Boy, did Florence rock the Judge. She was just deadly with that thing. That does 15 damage, or not 15 damage, but 15 aim and 12 damage. It is a great weapon. We, however, do not have a whole lot of cash, so we will probably not be going that particular route. Let's see here. We got the Meteor Dust, which debilitates the enemy's movement, aim, and sight, and we have a Relic, which would grant healing over time to allies within a specific radius. I kind of like the idea where we don't get hurt, personally. And so we have lots of talismans to choose from, so when we pick up some money, that might be the way to go. Let's go check out the gunsmith. Arno M. Scheringer was intelligent but paranoid, yet despite his quirks, he impressed the Pinkertons with his expertise. So if we go to look at the trades here, we do have a bunch more weapons. The Quarter Pounder Pistol. That does good damage. It's only 1 shot, -5 aim. Standard 6-shooter, standard Western rifle. Your basic double-barrel shotgun. Your Remy Borgen rifle, which is basically going to be a rotating barrel. It's -5 aim, does good damage though. And then the Pepper Box. Now it has some minus aim to it, but it does good damage. Usable items none, no talismans. Good to know it's there. Let's go to the Ruined Mansion. Once a majestic home, the ruined mansion now retained only a shadow of its former glory. Solomon knocked to no avail. Let's go to this inhabited house. Solomon arrived at a dilapidated cottage inhabited by the Thurner family, a strange group that laughed at even the most solemn things. They invited him for dinner. Let's see here. I could rob them, is one option, or I could accept their offer. Let's go ahead and accept. One of the Pinkertons accepted their offer but fell sick soon afterwards. Later, tormented by horrible waking nightmare, he perished. Well, that was a bad decision. Let's confront these guys. They begged for their lives and gave him a blueprint signed by Trumercliff. You know, I think we're going to go ahead and rub these guys out for what they did to us. Solomon killed the crazy family and took everything of worth. And we have a replacement B-persons. Okay, so a new Pinkerton arrived shortly. The death of his predecessor had a slight but noticeable impact on Solomon's mind. Very weird. But what do you expect? Okay, let's keep on looking here. Looks like the laboratory opened up again. We're going to check out the derailed train. Solomon arrived at the scene of a terrible catastrophe. Inside the crashed train sat a single conscious man surrounded by bodies. He was covered in blood, but otherwise appeared well. He introduced himself as James Scheffler and assured Solomon that he had once been a doctor. He asked whether Solomon or his companions needed any help. I guess we don't need any help, so we move on. Let's go to the ghost town. The inhabitants of this town had became either so crazed or so terrified that they had left, seemingly suddenly and all at once. Buildings stood abandoned as decay slowly crept in. Solomon wondered whether they had left anything useful behind. So let's see if we could perform a thorough search of the place. The madness would imprint on our mind to some degree. See, we could just do a short look around for anything of interest. Let's go ahead and thoroughly search. The search yielded several items, including liquor from a secret stash and the notebook of the sheriff's Turner's deputy, Deadeye Dean. Dean wrote that Sheriff Turner was arresting lawful citizens for crimes they didn't commit, and every accusation ended on the gallows. Sheriff Turner had become convinced that every person in his town was a criminal. After reading through the notebook, Solomon felt this tainted place had left a mark on his soul. Oh, we got 20 bucks, we got some liquor, and we got some assorted parts, so I think we need some of that stuff. Let's see here. Let's go back to our laboratory real quick. We are going to make our way to the Indian village here in a second. Let's see. Solomon remained in Trumercliffe's old laboratory. He had truly made it his own now, so we can start research, we could repeat the instructions, all that good stuff. We can do the gunsmithery. Let's see, we do have a blueprint. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Solomon invented and patented the harmonica gun. So I have seen that before. I have a feeling, oh, we do have more blueprints. Let's see here, we could do the chain rifles. Let's see here, what does this say? Solomon made his breakthrough in gunsmithing. The wonderful, if the next... I think the sentence is messed up there. He wondered if the next will allow him to patent the chain rifle and the duck-foot pistol. You gotta love the duck-foot pistol. Chain rifles had great capacity. The duck-foot was a powerful pistol design. Let's go ahead, see what happens. Solomon invented and patented the chain rifle and the duck-foot pistol. Okay, I think we're probably going to be running out of blueprints soon, and we have... Let's see here. We don't probably have enough cash to really do anything of significance. Let's see, if we wanted to craft one of our crazy items that we have discovered. See, we have 63 cash, so that is of note. Here's a harmonica gun. As you can see, it looks like a harmonica running through the chamber there, so that is definitely an option. I think I had a BB gun that was like that at one time. Very interesting. So anyways, that does good damage, 4 damage, 10 ammunition, good. The chain rifle, you know, doesn't seem to be the greatest weapon. See, the revolver rifle, 2 shots are nice. Look at this duck-foot pistol. Oh, you can't do ricochets with it. That's of good note. Minus 10 aim and 6 damage. Yeah, it looks pretty crazy. It looks like she should be able to do a cone shot, but it can't. A little disappointing. Anyways, I think we won't pick any of those up. And what we'll do is we're going to go see what this Indian village has in store for us. So the natives told him about a comet they had seen shortly before people began going mad. Everything had twisted dreams that night. The man who lived in the ruined mansion could tell him more, but Solomon would need to give him the password. Jade is the gem of greed. You know, I don't think there is anybody left in that particular ruined mansion. We have already visited him. So Solomon came to the native village. The people were eccentric, but closer to sanity than most. So we could try to trade with them. We could give them some mechanisms and share his gunsmithing expertise, which would earn us 50 bucks and 3 assorted parts. Alright, we'd give them the assorted parts, but get 50 bucks. You know, that could be an option. Let's see what else they have here. So they have no weapons. They do have some usable items. They do have some ginseng, which would give us improved sight if we used it. The shaman's pipe would give us increase our maximum luck. And there are some talismans. So the bear figurine will give us an extra hit point. The eagle plus 5 aim. The old Indian cloth will give us some defense. The bloodstained shirt will give us some anti-crippling abilities, protection from being crippled. And the sturdy shoes will give us movement. Nothing to get too excited about, I don't think. So we will not do that, but we might go back here and go ahead and do this. Make a little bit of money. Okay, now what do they want us to do? They want us to go to the ruined mansion, which we've already ruined, probably. See what happens. Okay, so at Solomon's words, the door sprang open. Behind it was an elderly man who invited Solomon inside and asked him if he would like some refreshment. The inside of the house was also in ruins, and the whole building looked as though it might collapse at any moment. Solomon asked him about his madness. The elderly man spoke to him about the origin of the madness. He said he remembered the night it had begun. The same night a comet blazed across the sky, and everyone he knew was touched by terrible nightmares. Father Gilmer had organized an asylum in his church to the southwest in an attempt to cure the sick. Though he was able to gain much insight into the disease and record it in his notes, the madmen turned on him at their first opportunity and tore him apart. Poor guy. Okay, so now we got a choice here. At Solomon's words, the door sprang open. Okay, we already went through all that. Let's see here, what do we want to do? So we could ask about the nearby land. We could ask to barter. Solomon bought a key which he thought might open the back entrance of a nearby church. He didn't care to know how the old man obtained it. Let's go ahead and do that. The key went into Solomon's pocket. Okay, interesting. Let's check out the nearby land. So, the old man spoke at length about the reactions of 3 prominent members of the local community. First, he spoke of Trumercliff, an insane genius who wrote secret notes about the comet in invisible ink on top of decoy documents. Then he told the story of Sheriff Turner, a wise and just lawman, who became paranoid after the comet's arrival. It began his reign of terror, in which he built an army of madmen and criminals who hunted like a pack of ravening wolves. Finally, he spoke of his own son, Alvaro, who went looking for an ancient native city and never returned. Okay, I guess we could see what he has available. So he has a Douglas Duster Special. Looks like something from the Goonies. Except for in the Goonies, it was just a boxing glove. So it's kind of like that. So the thing that always gets me about this gun, which I find quite amusing, I don't know, it could be an error in design. So it allows 2 shots per turn, but it only holds 1 round. So I'm not exactly sure if that is a very wise investment. 1 shot at 5 damage, isn't that bad, but there's better. Oh, so we could get some liquor from this guy, and he does have some talismans here. Some bonus to sight. Ooh, the cursed ammo, plus 2 damage. I like that. But I also don't have money to do that. What does the new... Yeah, so B Persons, the guy who joined us, does not have any weapons currently equipped. Let's see here. Why, you must have, so one guy ended up dying, and he was replaced. So if we did something like that, let's see here. We would have an odd gun out that we could move around. I kind of like the idea of giving A Persons a better weapon. I like the idea of giving him a better weapon. Interesting. So this cursed ammo does look good. I just don't think we can afford it at this time. Let's see if we sold a bunch of liquor. We only have 13 cash, so I think we got to hold off on that. Okay, so now we want to go to the asylum in the west. So let's go ahead, check everything else out, I guess. Okay, the Teepkin Pharmacy. A middle-aged man with his lips sewn together ran a pharmacy in the middle of nowhere. Though he never spoke a word, he seemed rational and was eager to strike a bargain. Okay, so he's going to sell more stuff that we really don't have the money to buy, so move on. Check out the old camp. Solomon stumbled upon an abandoned campsite. Beside an extinguished fire pit, he found Trumercliff's notes. They made little sense to him presently, but he thought they might prove useful later on. One notebook was entitled, "My Rival Inventors," and contained slanderous text ridiculing the other inventors such as Tim Russell, Christopher Wilson, and Solomon DeLear. Amid mocking comments about his mistake, Solomon found extensive deliberations on the senselessness of his past research. Okay, so I could keep it and motivate myself towards perfection, or I could burn it. In this insane land, he didn't want to take any emotional weight he could not handle. I say we take it. With the notebook in his pocket, he never forgot his past errors, so his madness increased. With it, it became scientific greatness. So that is interesting. Let's go check out this giant clock. Solomon felt weak and insecure. His mind was constantly distracted. He was plagued by strange dreams, which inspired him to create a strange new blueprint. Solomon met J.M. Hobie, an engineer who had developed what he called the world's clock. The device counted the time remaining until doomsday. Very practical indeed. Solomon asked about the clock in detail, and seeing the dedication of the watchmaker, decided it was his duty, as an inventor, to help with its construction. So it says here I need 8 assorted parts, which I don't have. What do we have for trade options here? Oh, so I could buy some of these parts, but again, I am short on cash. So what do we have? We have 13 bucks. So we're gonna come back. We'll be back. I think the trading post is probably not gonna really have anything of value. This Indian trading post was a modest hut made of a few planks. Miss Bradford ran the trade with the natives. Her wares included weapons, clothes, and tobacco. The quality of her wares seemed high, but so were her prices. Nothing wrong with that. Well, there is a... Okay, that's not so great. Rabbit foot's kind of cool. More blueprints. Anyways, the volcano and sawed-off cobra. That's some decent weapons in there. I like it. Okay, so let's go to the asylum here. The church had been refitted to function as an asylum. The old man had told him of this place. Solomon approached the asylum, guns at the ready. Or we could use the key to open the back door. Interesting. Let's do that. Solomon left his steam carriage near the eastern entrance. I didn't even know we had a steam carriage. And then he snuck around to the north and opened the church's back door. So we're going to have combat, and I think that is an excellent time to stop for our next video. I'd like to thank you all for watching Hard West. I am Chris Cavalier.